Let's come back to our country now. It's the second day of Sergeant Patrick Mthethwa's testimony in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial. Yesterday, Mthethwa set tongues wagging. He told court how the crime scene looked like nothing happened when he arrived at the Vosloorus home where the soccer star was shot and murdered. Our reporter, Slindelo Masikane, has been monitoring those court proceedings. She's standing by at the North Gauteng High Court. Slee, just a quick roundup in terms of cross-examination continuing today. It looks like Mshololo has Sergeant Mthethwa in a corner there.
Yeah, it's heating up here in the North Gauteng High Court. The second witness getting a grilling, much similar to like the one Meyiwa got in terms of his testimony. And we are in the middle of cross-examination by Advocate Mshololo, but Tobane, for accused 124, finished off his cross-examination by asking about the issues around the crime scene and contamination. We know that the police officers in Mthethwa, as well as his colleague Matebula, were the first on the scene, but he failed to mention, in fact, that they were actually accompanied by two student police officers, which has now basically been revealed in court that there weren't actually two police officers at the scene, but four initially. And Tobane then asking about what they saw inside the house and whether they did not see that there were any blood splatters. Let's take a listen as to what they observed in the house with regards to whether there was actually any blood that they observed.
Yazi salibona kahle sesibuye kwesithu ukuthi likhona, but akusiyigazi ukuthi uthiwa nje dots nje egazi ayekho.
With regards to the blood, we saw the blood when we came back for the second time, and it was not to say that it was blood, but some just spots of blood here and there.
Where did you see the blood?
Dining room, between dining room and the kitchen.
Between the dining room and the kitchen.
Yes. Where in the dining room?
Dining room.
Pants.
On the floor.
And Mshololo has begun grilling Mthethwa, Slee, talking about that hour from the time when they arrived at the scene and they left to go to the hospital and what happened to the crime scene between them.
Yeah, basically what Mshololo is trying to show the court that Sergeant Mthethwa as well as his colleagues were not adequately skilled enough to actually be the ones to attend to such a crime scene. There's been a back and forth between Mthethwa as well as Mshololo with regards to the house actually being a crime scene, because Mthethwa says when they initially arrived, they didn't know where the shooting actually took place. But Mshololo pointing out to him that, look, you guys were told that there was a shooting in progress at that house, meaning that the house was a crime scene. And so now we're still in the middle of cross-examination, where now a statement has been introduced by one of the witnesses, a Julia Ngobeni, who actually describes what happened in that hour in which Mthethwa and his colleague went to the hospital. It looks like neighbors entered the house once again and possibly cleaned the floors. That statement reads to say that there was water that was noticed, and Julia Ngobeni saying that she was surprised to see such. Let's take a listen.
Yesterday you said you were two. Now we're rectifying that it was not the two officers who attended the crime scene with you, but it was four. Yes or no?
Ngicela ke ukuthi ungajahiye ngoba izolo ke uthe nani u2, kodwa ke manje sesiyathola ke ukuthi nani u4. Yebo noma cha?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. And further to that, you said you had to leave the house because according to you, it's not the crime scene. You had to leave the house and go to the police station. Am I correct? Sorry, not police station, but the clinic or hospital. Hospital, yes, hospital.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And all these 4 police officers, they've made the statements, including yourself, and you say you received a complaint of a shooting in progress, and then you rushed to the scene. Am I correct?
Omaneke lamaphoyisa ke nawe futhi ke nithi kwitatimende zenu enibhaleleke ukuthi sathola ke sorry sathola ke umbiko ukuthi kune shooting in progress sahamba saya khona kwisini kunjalo.
Yebo kunjalo.
That is correct.
If a complaint says there is a shooting in progress, is that not an offense committed? Shooting.
Uma ngabe ke i-complaint lena enitholile ithi ke kune shooting in progress, ingabe lokho akusiyona crime leyo ukuthi nje kuye kwadutshulwa khona lapho?
Yi crime.
It is.